Michael, good to see you again. Obviously, you were fortunate enough to play a full season last year as well. Can you just kind of go through your time at Northeastern and then going down to Baco as well?
Yeah, I think last year worked out really well for me because I got to play my full college year. And I think that second year of college is just a huge difference. I got to play more minutes, more situations. So obviously our season ended a little shorter than we wanted to, but it went really well, and I thought it was time to make the jump. It was a unique opportunity because I could go to Bakersfield and play 26 games, I think I played. So, and in Baco, I learned a lot just from Manson and the staff and being with the older guys on how to be a pro. And I think that's the best decision I've honestly made so far in my hockey career. So I feel like I took a big jump in those 3 months. And I think it went really well, part of a winning team. Got to play some minutes some nights when guys were out and learn from the older veteran D like Stanton. So I think it was like invaluable experience for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned Baco, and you're part of a movement to have all these tall, rangy, and mobile defensemen. I think only Yanni Caldas is under 6 feet. Have you noticed that you're part of that kind of big, tall movement, and what's it like playing with those guys?
Yeah, I think that's how I want to play my game, a two-way. Still get up in the rush, but focus on being defense first, use my reach to defend the rush. And I think the biggest thing for me is just keep getting stronger and more physical, but also when you use your strength to be able to make a breakout pass or hit the middle. So I think that's one of the big things for me to keep improving on.
And then you mentioned Dave Manson as well. Like, what does he say specifically to you guys on the back end, and in particular for you guys that are, you have that scale on the blue line?
Yeah, I think he emphasized with me when I first got there, mostly on corner battles, being strong, and then skating. And I think when I was in Baco, just being in the practices, they're faster paced in college. The games are obviously a lot quicker. So I think I just learned my pivoting got a lot better. Going back for pucks, I got a lot better. And that was kind of my focus this summer, was to keep improving on those that skill set.
And what was obviously they won the Pacific Division. What was that experience like? I think you got into 6 games or so.
Yeah, obviously in playoffs, I was just going in not knowing how much I would play necessarily, but I wanted to be ready whenever I got the chance. And I think in the final game, it was a good example. I was ready to play, and we got to have a big game from a lot of guys that didn't play a ton. And it was awesome to see, like, Adam Cracknell, how good he played, how motivated he was in the playoffs. The older D, how bad they wanted to win. And I think in a COVID year where we weren't expecting playoffs, to see the guys still want to win that bad was a good thing for all the young guys to see. And I think even playoff hockey is just ramped up a little bit more. You got to be stronger. So I think that was also a really good experience bringing me into this year.
Michael over here. What was it like taking instruction for Manson, who played a long time in the National Hockey League? Plus, he was very mean. Does he tell the defenseman that sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone and play a little meaner than you normally would?
Yeah, I think that's obviously one of the reasons I thought it was a really good fit, because I used my reach well, but I could definitely throw a few more cross checks and be a little bit meaner in front of the net. And that with skating, I think that's my biggest focus in the corners, to be kind of the mean guy that no one wants to go against in practice. And I think in the skate today, I tried to show that a little bit. And I think that's a big piece moving forward for me, is kind of be that big, physical, two-way guy.
And has his speaking got any better since because of his throat? He can't really yell at you, okay? You get close.
Yeah, in practice it's tough sometimes. You're trying to listen to what he's saying, but he's been really good with me. And again, I know his son played at Northeastern. I heard only good things about him, and that was one of the biggest reasons I felt comfortable going out to Baco, because obviously the college guys can be free agents, but I wanted to be, this is an organization that drafted me, and who wouldn't want to be an Edmonton Oilers? So.
What were you taking at Northeastern, your major?
Communications.
Are you going to go back and do some of that?
Yeah, so they've been on me, my parents, my mom especially, so I'll go back in the summers for summer school and looking into taking some online classes throughout the year. But
good, thank you.